dog food. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Me and Lexi are starting today's video by going up to the shop because her and Sam have eaten all the dog food. We needed more dog food. Are you a good girl? Friday morning, out for a couple of hours today, just endurance riding. Heading out to meet Dan and a couple of others. I can now officially say, despite racing yesterday, the cold has gone. It's gone, finally, thankfully. It is super windy today. It probably doesn't help that I'm riding down like a moss road by the coast, but just listen to this wind. Decided to wear black socks today because it's raining. I always wear white socks and they get absolutely filthy and I just completely ruin them. But today I finally decided to wear black socks. The weather forecast said it was going to rain and it has done just that. Rode with the lads for a little bit today, not for too long because I'm just cracking on with my own training today, and especially because it's raining now, I don't want to be hanging around. You know, this time of the year I could easily moan because we're in the middle of summer and it's raining, but to be honest with you, it's actually quite nice the fact that it's raining because it's that hot in the air, it's that humid. When it's raining, it kind of brings like a breath of fresh air. It's refreshing, that's the word I'm trying to get at. It's refreshing. Washing the bike again. Recently I've been starting to think a little bit more about safety when I'm on the bike. Well, particularly when I'm on the bike. So on today's ride, the first half of it was dry, completely dry. It was actually really nice, it was warm. I went out with a gilet and I was absolutely boiling. And then about halfway around, the heavens just decided to open and it absolutely poured down for like the whole second hour of the ride. Now, as you can imagine, when you're riding along with a camera, like holding it like I am, it's fairly dangerous. It's manageable, but it's still a little bit dangerous. However, riding with a camera in your hand, talking and concentrating on the camera whilst it's raining and whilst it's, you know, a busy time of the day, there's a lot of traffic on the road, it's a little bit sketchy, you know? Which is why when it started raining, I decided I was just going to do that one shot and then I was going to put the camera away, focus on my riding because I didn't want to crash and I didn't want to do anything stupid. Plus, I didn't want to get the camera wet because it would probably break the camera. Oh, and one last note whilst I'm in the office. A few people have been asking how my sister got on over in the States. For those of you that don't know, she's over in America competing in the World Championships. So she competed yesterday in the 13-year-old females category. She won 2 other motor rounds and came second in the other. Comfortably made it into the quarters, comfortably made it into the semi-finals, and unfortunately just messed up her run and didn't make the final. It's a real shame, especially after riding so well all day. She was more than capable of making the final. She was beating girls that made the final at last year's World Championships. But yeah, that's just a quick update for those of you that have been following her progress. Spaghetti bolognese is like my go-to meal whenever I can't decide what I want to eat. It's quick, it's easy, it's healthy, and it gets the job done. Okay, I want to address a quick question very quickly. And that is, when is the right time? When do I need a new bike? So I will start with, if you are just a club rider, you're not a competitive cyclist, you don't need to change your bike really that often. If you look after it, if you look after the components, if you regularly wash it, regularly change the chain, the brake cables, just the things that wear and tear over time, you know, there's really no lifespan of a bike. There's people still riding around on 20 or 30-year-old bikes. You know, it kind of comes down to a more personal thing, a more financial. If you fancy a new bike, if you just want a new bike and you can afford a new bike, then that's probably the right time to buy a new bike. Do you want to come up, Sam? However, if you are a racing cyclist, then you might want to change your bike more often. Especially, you know, if it's a carbon bike, I don't sort of like to use a bike for more than a couple of seasons. You regularly want to check it for any cracks, any dents. You know, with racing comes crashing. With crashing, flashing comes damage to the bikes. So I would say if you're racing at a very, very vague average, maybe I'd max out at about 5 years. That's just my opinion, but I want to ask you, how long have you had your current bike? Let me know in the comment section down below. But guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Remember, this Sunday we're going to be giving away a £30 gift voucher for an online bike shop. All you have to do to enter is like this video, drop a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. It's really that simple. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.